Michael, it seems like there are new trainings and new innovations around every corner, and often it could feel like it's just the next flavor of the month. How do you plan on making these positive changes really stick?
It's such a good question, Allison. I'd like to say I came up with the answer myself. It was actually a client. The first time I ever did this workshop on creating an entrepreneurial workplace was about 10 years ago. And the client that asked me to do it, I told them it's going to be a pilot. And the people taking this workshop need to understand it's a pilot. So I'm going to need their help. It was a 2-day workshop. At the end of the first day, I asked whoever wanted to stick around, I'd throw out everything I had for day 2 and redo it. The key thing that came up was exactly your question. One of the attendees said, we do these workshops all the time. And everything sounds great. We all sing Kumbaya, and it becomes the flavor of the month because nothing sticks. What we want to do is actually put what we learned into practice so we use it. So we don't go back to just doing what we always do. And I thought it was a brilliant idea. So ever since then, on every workshop I do, and I encourage every company to do this on any type of training, is instead of it just being one in which you are talking to people and educating people, have them put what they learn into practice. What I typically start with is I have them decide on an easy action plan based on what they've learned. And to hold people accountable and responsible, at the start of our next workshop, each person has to stand up in front of the room and share what they did on their action plan and the results. So they have to put it into practice. That way it doesn't become flavor of the month. They actually use what they've learned. It's not just something where in theory they hear it in a workshop and never do anything with it. If you continue building on it to where every time you do a training, there's an action plan behind it that they need to execute and share the results, then it no longer becomes flavor of the month. And as we talked about in one of your other questions, once they start taking on critical innovations and develop their own action plans, they become part of the solution. They're engaged and they want to make things better. Then it's no longer flavor of the month.